Councilmember Land, I got you coming up with me. We had a couple more stuff that's going on. And Mark, I had you doing the pledge. Okay, great. Good evening and welcome to the October 17th, 2024 regular meeting of the Chandler City Council. Clerk, I'd like to call this meeting to order, but clerk, would you please take the roll?
Mayor Hartke.
Here.
Vice Mayor Harris.
Here.
Councilmember Encinas.
Here.
Councilmember Ellis. Here. Councilmember Stewart.
Here.
Councilmember Orlando.
Here.
Councilmember Poston. Here. We have a quorum.
Thank you, City Clerk. Our invocation tonight will be brought forth by Dr. Ray Langness from the Baha'i Faith. Our Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Councilmember Mark Stewart.
O thou kind Lord, this gathering is turning to thee. These hearts are radiant with thy love. These minds and spirits are exhilarated by the message of thy glad tidings. O God, let this American democracy become glorious in spiritual degrees, even as it has aspired to material degrees, and render this just government victorious. Confirm this revered nation to appraise the standard of the oneness of humanity, to promulgate the most great peace, to become thereby most glorious and praiseworthy among all the nations of the world. O God, this American nation is worthy of thy favors and is deserving of thy mercy. Make it precious and near to thee through thy bounty and bestowal. Doba.
Amen.
That was beautiful. Please join me in honoring our flag by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Dr. Langness. Thank you, Councilmember Mark Stewart. We do have council, we moved a couple of the scheduled public appearances to tonight, some proclamations, so that it's just a little more special than having a bucket load on Monday. So I'm going to invite Councilmember Orlando. Would you please join me up front? All right. First, we have a proclamation of Cybersecurity Awareness Month. I'd like to call up Mitchell Robinson, Michael Padilla, Brad Thomas, and anyone else from that team that just wants to hang out with them. Councilmember, I know you were at the last League of Cities where we also had won some awards. Would you like to read the proclamation?
By the way, we have another one coming. TBD.
All right. I was told that was hush.
No, I didn't say anything. I just. I don't know. It's a good thing I wore my glasses, Mayor. Thank you. Whereas the city of Chandler recognizes that cybersecurity plays a vital role in protecting citizens and businesses against technology threats. And whereas Cybersecurity Awareness Month is an opportunity to raise awareness about the importance of protecting our personal and organizational information against cyber threats such as phishing, identity theft, ransomware, and financial loss. And whereas crucial city services are reliant on digital systems and identities, and whereas practicing cybersecurity safely and creating a strong password, enabling multi-factor authentication, reporting phishing, and updating software will help keep you safer online. And whereas the successful Cybersecurity Awareness Month will help citizens navigate our digital futures safely. Therefore, Kevin Harkey, Mayor of Chandler, proclaims October 24th as Cybersecurity Awareness Month.
All right, thank you everyone for showing. I'd like to quickly introduce the cybersecurity team. I'm very, very proud of these gentlemen. First, I'll start with Michael Padilla. He's our senior security analyst. If there's a vulnerability or risk in the network, you'll find it, and you'll help architect the way to solve it. Second, I have Mitchell Robinson. He's been the pillar of the cybersecurity team and IT for 20 years, 2 decades now. Yeah, deserves much respect. Thank you, Mitch. And my name is Brad Thomas. I'm the acting CISO for the city, Chief Security Officer, in place of Mr. Owen Zorge, who did this for many years and has 30 years in the government service. Yeah, much respect. Thank you, gentlemen. And quickly, if I could, I would like to give my sincere appreciation to city leadership. Thank you, city leadership, mayor and council, IT leadership for making all this happen for us, IT staff, and most importantly, the residents. Thank you very much. Without the residents, there'd be no city. There'd be nothing to defend. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Let's have a picture.
Congratulations, guys.
All right, and our second recognition has to do with the 2024 Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting. So if we could have Dawn Lang and the Chandler accounting team come on down.
Mayor, I'm going to go ahead and read this first, and but please come down, and then I'll pop over there.
Great.
All right. Well, thank you, Mayor and Council. Chandler has an amazing accounting team of 18 who take pride in accurate reporting. Tonight, we have a few of them present. Christy Smith, Financial Services Director, Julie Gauscher, the Accounting Senior Manager, and Joanne Chang, Senior Accountant, here to accept the award for the preparation of the fiscal year. We're looking back 2022-23 Annual Comprehensive Financial Report, or ACFR. I'm happy to report City of Chandler's received the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting for our annual financial report for 42 consecutive years after completing the annual audit. Established in 1946, the certificate program recognizes state and local governments whose annual financial reports conform to high standards established by the Accounting Government Accounting Standards Board, GASB, and the Government Finance Officers Association, GFOA. The ACFR has become the nationwide standard for local government financial reporting. This report requires about 4 months of intense work as the city completes the annual audit and prepares the report. The annual report ensures full disclosure of the city's finances in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles, or GAAP. And it's used by all three of our credit rating agencies, Standard or S&P, Fitch, and Moody's, to help in their assessment of the city's credit worthiness. Of course, we are AAA rated. Our thanks and appreciation to them and the entire accounting division and our team members throughout the departments for their hard work and dedication to this effort. Team Chandler rocks.
Dawn Lang, come on down. All right. We're good? Yeah. All right, Council. Next on our agenda is our consent agenda. Do want to also draw your attention. We have item number 3 was uh, the item related to boards and commissions. I believe we have a couple brand new or changed commissioners here. If you guys would like to please stand. Beth Brazel. Very good. And Hillary Jenkins. Hillary serving now on the use of force of police. Beth will be on our domestic violence. Very good. I sometimes mix that with another. So we're grateful for both of you and your willingness to serve. Council, I would like to make the motion tonight because I've got some language to read into that. But first, on item number 10, I'm going to ask, is it Lauren or Kevin, just to read or just to explain the steps that have been added since Monday? Who's going to do that, Kelly?
Mayor, if I may, I think only one stipulation is being added. The rest are already in the ordinance, so it is the one I believe you have there.
Great. So we'll just go from there. Thank you. All right. So I'll just make the motion then. I'd like to move that we approve the consent agenda as presented. On item number 10, I'd like to add this as a step. The developer will pull a building permit on a hotel or a minimum of 25,000 square feet of non-residential uses within 18 months of the effective date of the rezoning ordinance. If this condition is not satisfied, then the developer will still be subject to a daily penalty of $100 until a building permit is pulled. And this is also in addition to what P&Z had placed on for the step. So I have a motion with this being read in. Is there a second?
Ellis, second.
All right, second from Councilmember Ellis. And I understand that Councilmember Encinas is voting no on which one, please?
Mayor, he's voting no on item 16, and I believe Vice Mayor Harris is also voting no on item 16, but they could weigh in.
Great. Is that correct? Our Vice Mayor, Councilmember?
Yes. Yes.
Great. All right.
Mayor?
Council, any additional thoughts before we vote?
I'll be voting no on item 2.
Voting no on item 2. Okay. So we have 3 no's in there. Seeing no others, council, please vote.
Councilmember Encinas,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harris,
Yes.
motion carries unanimously, except item 16 and item 10 carry by majority, and item 2 carry by majority.
Okay. Thank you so much. We do have one unscheduled card. We have two. George, did you turn one in or not?
I'm sorry, I may still have it here, yes.
All right. And if you want to bring that over to our clerk. I did not want you to confuse you and then think that you weren't able to speak. All right, so George, we spoke first, so I'm going to invite you to come up to the dais, state your name and address. You have up to 3 minutes to share. Since this is unscheduled, we cannot engage you, but council and staff will listen, and if there's any follow-up, or I'm going to assign our assistant city manager, Tad, to catch up with you afterwards. So when the light turns yellow, you've got 30 seconds left. Please make sure you wrap up before it turns red. The floor is yours, sir. State your name and address for the record.
Thank you, George Ritchie, resident in Chandler since July of 2008. Mayor, council, staff, I appreciate the moment to speak with you here. I come before you to ask you to be aware that Intel plant over there near Ocotillo and Dobson is a nuisance. They are a bad neighbor. They have, I've been trying to work with them for years, really since 2008, regarding some complaints. I've been effective in some limited regards, but they continue to be a nuisance in particular regarding to the noise footprint that in my opinion can be heard all the way to Bogle Junior High and also to the Safeway at Chandler Heights and Alma School. I hear them in my house. I hear them through closed windows, through the walls of my bedrooms. I have addressed Aaron Blond, who's supposedly the plant manager or similar. The title may be a little bit off. Renee Levin, the former community engagement manager, has actually come to the neighborhood and stated her great disbelief at the noise footprint that is available to be heard on some nights, not all the time. Cold weather, wind direction might play a role, and so on. They have a fleet of 30 old city buses that they often run, and they're idling, and the pollution smell is quite intrusive. The traffic over there these days is insane. I've asked the city police to actually enforce speed laws between 3:15 a.m. and 5 a.m. Yes, it is absolutely unbelievable what happens down Ocotillo Road at that time. And I'm hoping that the city might appoint somebody from city staff to work with me and liaise with Intel to try to address some of these concerns. One of the major noise concerns is they eject huge bursts of compressed air that literally startle you, and you wonder, uh-oh, what is going on over there? Many of my neighbors have the same concerns, but that's really all I have to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And again, Tad, please follow up with Mr. George. I'm sorry, Mr. Ritchie. Our next and final card is Will Bullock. Mr. Bullock, you have up to 3 minutes to share. When that light turns yellow, please wrap up. Please state your name and address for the record.
Will Bullock. I'm at 518 East Mead. Been a resident of Chandler for about 10 years. Hello, Mayor, Council. I'm here to talk about a couple of things. The first thing I'd like to address is I am getting a bill for an alarm permit. Now, everyone I think is painfully aware, even the people sitting on the dais, that you're taxed when you make money, you're taxed when you spend money, and you're taxed when you own property. I feel like this is unnecessary to have an alarm permit. I have called the police department and I've talked to the people that are trying to collect what it's for, and they say it's just so the police know I have it. So I'm paying every year a permit fee just to notify the police that I have something that potentially would help them if I'm having a break-in. Doesn't make any sense to me. And now it seems that the city has outsourced this to another company. I don't know why it just couldn't have been put on the water bill. It would have been easier. But I would like to personally opt out from that program and just not deal with it anymore. It just seems excessive and unnecessary. The second thing I want to talk about is the city of Chandler being in the paper an awful lot lately. And Mr. Harris is not here, but it's just disheartening to read the stuff that they're saying about this man in the paper. And just if even half of it is true, even the lack of ethics is, to me, just not anything that the residents of the city want. I would like to see something. I don't know what the city can do. I know it's being investigated by Scottsdale. I'm not happy about the whole situation. And I just think everyone needs to know that this is a big concern of the residents of this town. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir.
Mayor.
You want to address staff? Yes, Councilmember Stewart.
Assistant City Manager, can you find me out some information on that alarm thing? And then let's find out how much that is and if it's something that's necessary. And appreciate that.
Will do.
Great.
If I may, Mayor.
Councilmember Ellis.
Having owned numerous houses here in Chandler, 6 to be exact, and mine were assisted living homes. And because we have also alarms into those homes, and currently we still have alarms in some of our houses that I personally live in, the fee is put on sometimes by the company, the alarm company, because they also have to dispatch the police to come to us. So through that process, the fee is being taken for those kinds of services because the police has to be on standby. So whenever there's an alarm, then they have to dispatch the police from that city. So it's not really only Chandler, from my understanding, because I have to pay it. As long as you have an alarm at your home, I think you have to pay for it. So we might want to continue to look into that to see. But I think it's a alarm company kind of thing.
Okay, we'll get out information to all of the council members about it.
Great, appreciate that. Next on our agenda is current events, where council has a chance to share things that are going on in our community. I'll start. Many of us were at the Trader Joe's grand opening. That was really cool. I had a chance to stand in line and with a couple council members and greet everybody who was there. And I know Kevin Mayo has been waiting 25 years for this. This does not mean you can retire now, sir, just because the great white whale that you've been hoping for is finally here. So, but we are grateful. Council joined the new store team last week to celebrate the opening and welcome them to our community. This has been the #1 requested item for the city of Chandler for decades. So thank you, Trader Joe's, for coming our way with this. And a big thank you to Economic Development Team for the years of work they put into this project. And thank you, Chandler citizens, for the many petitions that you have probably signed through the years, like myself, to try to bring this to our community. Hope you all make a point to swing by and check it out. Some good flowers there at a good price. Secondly, I just want to draw your attention to for our City Chandler Day kickoff. For the past 14 years, Chandler has hosted For Our City Day, a day of service dedicated to revitalizing one neighborhood in Chandler with the help of hundreds and often well over 1,000 community volunteers. This huge volunteer initiative has taken place always during the month of October. Going forward, we're going to be moving this day to late March. Hopefully we'll have a fewer heat crises as we had some heat concerns with residents this last time or with their volunteers. So we'll be moving this to March, but this year only our neighborhood resources team will be hosting a For Our City Day kickoff event to help with the event's transition to the spring. Many council members several will be joining me, and we'll be cooking pancakes for all the volunteers. Volunteers are welcome between 7 and 8:30, where we will be serving the Pamela Park neighborhood. Be sure to mark on your calendars for the next For Our City Day that will be happening this Saturday. This says March, okay, yeah, this will be March 19th, which is this Saturday. The next one in March, I'm sorry, October 19th. I'm listening to myself say things wrong. And this will be moved to March 29th. If you'd like some more information, check out our neighborhood services page or forourcitychandler.org. And lastly, on the same day, we'll be having our GAIN get-togethers. GAIN event is also right around the corner. GAIN are getting Arizona involved in neighborhoods, showcases the importance of police, community partnerships, and citizen involvement in community safety. Council and I will be visiting various Chandler neighborhoods that are hosting GAIN events this weekend, and we look forward to connecting with you all on Saturday. Councilmember Ellis.
Appreciate that. Domestic Violence Month is October, and we have the candlelight vigil that will be on the second. This will be our second annual one here in the city of Chandler because we want to put out some awareness with this event. It will be on October 24th from 5:30 to 6:30 that evening. We'll gather in the City Hall courtyard right out here to raise awareness for resources and stand together on solidarity to prevent domestic violence in this community. All are welcome to be with us on that day. You can find additional detail at chandleraz.gov/candlelight vigil, and I hope to see everyone there. Thank you so much. The next thing that I have, Mayor, is that I would like to recognize some of our members of our team who have done some great things here, improving themselves or receiving some promotions and different things like that in the city. First, I would like to start with Miss Jennifer Edward. Can you please stand? Thank you. Come on, let's clap for her. Jennifer is our Jennifer is our deputy city clerk. She has recently received her certified records manager designation, which is the CRM. Our credential demonstrate a commitment to records and information management best practices. She is one of the only 15 people in Arizona that currently hold this designation. So again, thank you so much for putting all that time into it for the city of Chandler. Second, I would like to say thank you to our Deputy City Attorney, Rosemary Rosales. In her retirement, she just retired after 11 years of service here to the city of Chandler. And then right after her leaving, we have Ton Cole, our Assistant City Attorney. Please stand. She has been selected to take over her role here in the city. So we thank you for your service and we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I would like to congratulate all three of these members of Team Chandler for their well-deserved achievements. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. I was trying to think of something clever to say that maybe Councilmember Stewart won some award, but nothing's coming. So I'll just ask Councilmember Stewart, have any announcements?
It's been a while. It's been a while. Can I be on the next meeting? No. So allegedly, there's an election coming up. So you may have received your early ballots, but it's also important to know that early voting centers have opened up already, so you can exercise your right to vote. And you know, my wife and I were driving earlier today, and we were talking about our son who was complaining about how long the ballot was, and she reminded him very quickly, it's not your right to vote; it's your responsibility. So please get out there and make sure you vote this election. And hopefully your person that you vote for will win. Take care.
Councilmember Orlando.
Mayor, thank you for the Trader's Joe. The most important thing is obviously residents are happy they're here, but the sales tax dollars will now stay in Chandler, not in Tempe, not in all the other places where people were going. And I heard that loud and clear that they're so happy to be here. So
excellent. Councilmember.
Thanks, Mayor. I, along with Mayor and Council, attended a really neat event for our community. It was the ribbon cutting at Galveston Elementary School, and it has been a long-awaited ribbon cutting. It was great to see all of the visioning and planning and community input put into that school. We here at the city are very grateful for the continued partnership that we have with CUSD. We want to congratulate Principal Alcala, his staff, his students, and the parents that will get to enjoy that new school. The city is making quite an investment in the Galveston neighborhood as well, and that partnership will help just improve this neighborhood and improve the lives of those kids. And then, fun fact, the principal of the school actually attended this school. So it's pretty amazing to see that cycle come around and the investment he has in those kids. And then the second item that I had was I attended the Chamber's Women in Leadership event. I attend that fairly regularly, but this last one was, boy, the people that missed it really missed out. So it was a self-defense event, and we had some great information with some great presenters. So we had Officer Noah Duker. He shared practical tips on staying safe. And then sort of in partnership with Sifu Joseph Bautista, he led this interactive instruction on self-defense. So we had sort of some self-defense demonstrations along with our officer. And I went up to him and because I was so grateful, and I feel like every woman should hear this or every person should hear these things because it was such good information. It was very applicable. It was things that, I think everybody can implement to stay safe. And I just want to say I appreciate our police department because I know they host these self-defense classes. They say they fill up very quickly. They don't even have to advertise, but I would encourage any woman or any person in our community who either travels alone at night or has those situations just to become aware. So I appreciated going to the event and it was just great. So I wanted to show my appreciation this evening. Thanks, Mayor.
Mayor.
And Councilmember, I'd also say it's, not just women. I think just to be able, as a man or anyone who enters into an unfamiliar situation, situation awareness, and as well as just some basic training, of what to do. So good reminder.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Councilmember.
Yes, may I take a point of privilege, please?
Sure, though you just had your announcements.
Well, I would like to take it after my announcement because I didn't want to put it into with my announcement. I had a birthday this month. It was my birthday, and I found out the school that you just spoke about was actually started the same year that I was born. And the day that we had the cutting ribbon was also the day of my birthday. And it was amazing to be able to see that full circle. I felt so humble that day sitting there realizing that a little girl who was born in a little village in the island of Haiti on that particular day, when that day 7,500 people died. And then here I was sitting into that room with all these kids on the floor, with all their parents being there. What a humbled moment for me to be able to have been that person who signs on that $50 million for us to put into that community to make sure that these kids have a school of the future for the next 7 generations. So I'm grateful and I'm thankful to serve the people of Chandler in every single day that I'm here. So it was important to me to mention that because, how lucky could a girl get? I got a school for my birthday that day, and also I have a Trader Joe's. So all in one day. So I'm so grateful. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council, for all your best wishes. Appreciate it.
And Councilmember, I don't mean to challenge your math, but I think Galveston's been there for more than 29 years. So there you go. There you go. Acting City Manager.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
All right, that concludes our meeting. Thank you all.